Hello and welcome, beautiful stars, to today's journey. So, in today's journey, we have a very gentle and wonderful journey for you today. You're going to meet somebody very special. I won't reveal who they are, of course, right now, but we will meet them in the journey. So, whenever you're ready, take a nice deep breath and let's dive in. All right, lovely stars. So, as you portal in here, you appear and land in a nice vast field of flowers. In the distance, you can see a nice small stream, a path of water running far off in the distance, as well as trees in the background. You can hear insects and crickets and animals chirping, and as well as the birds that are calling in the distance. And what you can see all around you is a vast field of flowers that stretch for miles and miles. And it's thus as far as the eye can see, you notice this wonderful vast field of flowers that you're in. And you take a nice whiff of where you are. And you take a moment to just acknowledge where you are in life right now. And where that is in this place, in this sacred time and space, you are in perfect harmony. You are being guided right now with your guardians, angels, and guides, higher beings. So it's a wonderful place to be. So you start taking a nice little trek, a little walk along the flowers, among the flowers, as you just kind of soak in the atmosphere and the ambiance of this wonderful field of flowers here. So as you go and you let your senses run with while abandoned, you take a moment to find a nice spot where you can just kind of sit down and lay down and forget about all the worries of life and just enjoy where you are right now on this journey. And as you sit in this wonderful field of flowers, you can feel the sun's ray just caressing your skin, and it feels absolutely wonderful as the cool breeze wraps around you, mixing the cool and the warmth of the wind and the sun, just in an ease and providing you with a sense of peace, comfort, and serenity as you sit in this field of flowers. So after a moment, you take a look around. After soaking in the ambience, the atmosphere, and just kind of enjoying the peacefulness of this state, you take a peek around and you see right before you a spinning wheel, a dream weaver attached with feathers just appearing in front of you. And as you look deep into the wheel, in the center of the wheel, you start to see a collection of lifetimes that are weaved together. And also you see the connections you are tied to, the people in your life, the people that you interacted with, even just casual acquaintance. And you wonder what it's all about. So you keep looking, and next, the wheel, the Dreamweaver wheel, transforms into a compass. And you see this compass kind of wavering back and forth. The arrow on the compass, it's spinning and spinning, and it keeps on spinning faster and faster. And it hits its exact point in alignment with north and south, and then it transforms into a nice rain of flowers. Suddenly the sky starts raining flowers all around you. Various types of flowers come streaming down, just raining down at a very gentle pace, as if floating down like snowflakes. You see dahlia, you see magnolias, you see cherry blossoms. And now the message all ties in. It's reminding you of your connection, of your past lifetimes, of current interactions and associations and partnerships that you have in your current life. And it's telling you to find peace and comfort in all those past lifetimes, in all your current connections. If you're dealing with harsh situations or just challenging situations, it's urging you to find harmony within yourself, most importantly. Because once you establish harmony within yourself and you accept the wondrous nature of what you are, then your interactions with other people will be in perfect harmony. It will be like a symphony, like a tune, like an orchestra, where all the instruments flow so well together. So you take a moment to appreciate this message that has come to you about the dreams and connections and the direction, and just accepting where you are with peace and harmony. There's no fighting, there's no need to fight your situation or things that are going on in your life. There's a different approach, and that approach is the natural acceptance and harmony. Of course, we shift and change with our circumstances, but how we change and shift with our circumstances will allow us to be either in better harmony or to be in discord or cacophonous out of the orchestra. So after you soaked in this wonderful message, you kind of lean back, you look up to the sky, and suddenly, out of the periphery of your eye, you get a whiff of somebody running past you. And suddenly it catches your attention, and you look, and you see a child that just ran right past you. And for whatever reason, you feel almost attached to this child, and you feel compelled to run and follow after this child. So you bolt up on your feet and you start running. You start running further and further, trying to catch up with the child. You call out, "Hey, wait. Come back, where are you going?" But the child doesn't seem to hear you. For a split second, you can see that the child slightly turns their head, almost as if looking back to acknowledge you, and also kind of tempting you as well. It's like tempting and inviting at the same time. As if the child is saying, without actually speaking aloud, it's like, "Follow me, come on, follow me." So you do, you keep on running faster and faster to try to catch up with the child. And as you do, you notice that your body and your energy and just your whole being gets lighter, lighter and lighter, as if things that were in your body were falling away. Like parts of you, bothersome parts of you, or things that were on your mind or that you worry, just shift away. So you run faster and faster, and you run and you let go of your fears. It feels like your fear has just dropped off, and you keep running. And you run and you let go of rejection. You let go of any thoughts about expectations of what relationships you're currently in or attached to and want to be in. And you keep on running. And the child just seems to keep running quicker and quicker. And you also let go of your worries in regards to your finances. It's like all these burdens just keeps on dropping off, like the pounds of weight that you gained last summer. It just keeps on falling and falling away until you finally catch up to the child. And you both are still running. And the child actually grabs a hold of your hand. And you feel this wave of love just surge through you. This wave of almost liberation, of letting go, or in that process of running, it's like your fears just dropped off. The feelings of rejection just dropped off. The feelings of scarcity and unbeneficial or harmful relationship just falling away, and you feel the wave of love and goodness that flows through you from the hand of this child into your very being. And you both are still running together simultaneously, and you keep on running. Now, to your amazement, suddenly it seems as if there's a transparent looking set of stairs that is arising up into the sky, and the child doesn't let you go. The child keeps on pulling you with it, and you both run up this set of stairs. And it's to your amazement because you are now seemingly running on invisible air, like you are running on air. And you keep on running up these sets of stairs, but you also feel like you can trust the child, and you feel so much love from it that you keep on running and running with the child up this set of stairs. And next thing you know it, you're both in the sky. And now the child slows down, and so do you, almost as instinctively, following in rhythm and in sync with the steps of the child. And as you reach the top of the stairs, you are now in the middle of the sky with all the clouds around you. And the child looks up at you and smiles at you. And you feel a very nice familiarity with this child. The child sits down, and then they pat a seat on the cloud right next to them, and you instinctively go and sit down. And the child finally speaks. The child tells you that as you grew up, you kind of forgot about me. You forgot who you are. And I'm glad you're here today, because then I can remind you of the things you dreamt of when you were younger, the things that we dreamt of when we were younger, the things we used to do together, the things that we had so much fun playing and dancing with. And at that very moment, you come to realize this child is nobody other than you. This is your inner child here. That's why you sense so much love and peace coming from this child. Whether you were hurt, fearful, or endured various circumstances throughout your life as a child, perhaps you have been wounded as well. Now is the time to heal. And in this sacred time and space, in the middle of the sky, where you're sitting among the clouds, literally it's a very comforting space to heal. We all dream about sleeping on a bed of clouds, trying to make our beds as fluffy as clouds. And now you are actually on one. So your child, your inner child, invites you to cloud gaze with it. So you do. So the child points out right in front of you, and the first thing you see is a butterfly. It's speckled with many colors, as if rainbow, but then contoured by a nice deep black. And the colors are flowing within the butterfly. And as this butterfly cloud rises up and flies away, leaving trails of petals and roses behind it, you realize that you have the ability to shift and transcend whatever your situation is, whether it's woundedness, hurt, scarcity, lack, money, financial issues, all your adulting daily things that burden you. You realize you can transform that. The child gives out a nice little clap, and then it points out to the next cloud that rises up. And you see a horse. And this horse is galloping. And as it does, it's galloping through a field of the bird of paradise plant. And you get this surge of wonder and amazement and a feeling of almost untamed, unbridled emotions. Feeling your wild nature coming through, feeling freedom, and feeling just running free with spirit, or very spirited kind of sensation just surging through you. The essence of being pure and free and unfeathered. Once again, the child claps, and the horse scatters away as the clouds dissipates. And then the child points one more time, and a puff of clouds rise up. And a stream of hummingbirds fly up from the clouds, dropping down bamboo leaves. And you get a surge of emotions, feeling free, but also at the same time, feeling as if you have the adaptability and the flexibility to transcend any situation, to transform any situations. So you think about your current life and where you're at, or your bills, or your chores, or your dedications, or your obligations, and you feel you can transform that at a moment's notice. And the child once more claps, and it tells you, now you're getting it. And the child now gives you a nice hug, a warm, comforting embrace, as you let these feelings of the ability to shift and transform and allowing you to be free to kind of absorb into every fiber of your being, into every essence of every cell in your body. And let it absorb deep, deep into your subconsciousness, So you can do this like second nature. So you can do this, as they say, as if you can do this in your sleep. And now the child pulls back a little bit. And it points out once more to the cloud. And now you see the image of a man. Or more so, a person. But you can feel very strong eminent vibes indicating a masculine energy, which basically is an energy of activity, of ambition, and also feeling very motivated. And next you see this masculine energy transforming into the shape of a moon as these clouds take on a different shape. And it's a crescent moon that keeps on filling and filling until it comes into its totality of a full circle-shaped moon. And that cloud starts to shift and change again into a ship. Like the paper origami ship you folded when you were a child. Or the ships you've always imagined creating. All the ships in your life. And you ask your inner child, what does this mean? And the inner child just tells you that's up for you to decipher. It's easy for the child to give you a message. It just gives you clues. The child just gives you one message. Have the inspiration to seek new adventures. And in the path thereof, of seeking new adventures and having the boldness to do so, you will find recognition. So you take a moment to ponder the message that the child has said. Because it's the only message that it gives. And now, you can feel the child's hand still connected to yours. But as you look over, you notice that the child is now gone. And their hand is also gone. And you notice that it's just a ball of pink energy, of warmth, of feeling very loving and peaceful, just sitting next to you. And that energy now flows and travels right into your heart. And you are now one and fully connected with your inner child. And you feel so much love overflowing, as if you are constantly embraced and you are constantly embracing your inner child. And you give it a moment of deep, deep appreciation that you've had this experience with your inner child. And you start to feel sleepy. So you lay it down on the puffiness of the clouds, and you start to doze off, and you fall into a nice, deep, serene sleep. And as you do, you dream up an image of a beautiful feminine energy that flows down. And you can feel that this energy is from your inner child. And instantly, you get and you know the message coming from your inner child. And that is to be, it's the message of being a channel. For some of you, it's literally being a channel. To channel spirit, to channel inspiration, and to make a shape and difference and changes in other people's lives. And for some of you, it's channeling inspiration and freedom and transformation to feel at peace within your own inner self. So with that final message, in this dream cloud-like state, you fall asleep, and eventually you wake up, and next you know, you are in the field of flowers again, feeling whole, complete, loved, embraced. All right, lovely stars, I hope you had a wonderful journey. If you did, please go ahead and give that like button a tap. Subscribe if you haven't already for more messages and journeys in the future. I hope you have a wonderful, magical day. Take care of yourself whenever and wherever you are. Shine bright, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye, lovely stars.